Hi there, hope you're well. I just wanted to do a little video to help to prepare for the final 2 days of the Workplace Mediator program. Obviously, whether you've spent the last 3 days with us and you're continuing through to the 2 days, so you've done a 5-day program continuously, or you did the 3 days some time ago and now you're topping up to do the final 2 days with a gap. These 2 days are predominantly about practicing mediation and obviously the assessments. So it's an important 2 days, hopefully an enjoyable 2 days and a very valuable 2 days. So hopefully what I talk about in this video and the little PDF attachment that accompanies this video will help you to prepare for those 2 days. The first thing I would ask is that you always keep in mind why we're doing mediation. We've talked about time, cost, and stress being the three main reasons, with stress by far being the biggest thing that people go through. And as mediators, we can really add some amazing value to people's lives by taking away that stress, by helping them to come to their own conclusions and resolve their issues. So always try to keep in the back of your mind the reasons why we're doing what can be quite a difficult job, but an incredibly valuable job as well for these people that are in disputes. The good news is there will be no more PowerPoint presentations as such, maybe at the beginning of the first day and the end of the final day. But other than that, it is all about practical application of your new mediation skills. So you will actually be spending the majority of these 2 days actually in mediations, whether that's mediating yourself or playing a role of one of the parties. It's a very easy thing to say, but I really would encourage you to try your very best. I know it's not 100% possible, but try your best to pretend that you're not being assessed, because I don't know about you, but if it's me and I concentrate totally on the fact that I'm being assessed, then it will make me more nervous, and then I'm more likely to my mind to go blank or whatever. We all know that people get nervous in assessments. It's taken into account, so please don't worry about it too much. But if you can, try to forget that it's actually an assessment and just focus on doing your very, very best job as a mediator. As I mentioned, you will play a role, so there will be roles to play as other people are mediating, as we have done over the first 3 days. Just to make things a little bit easier, obviously on the first 3 days we use pretend names, etc. We have written the scenario so they are name and gender neutral. So when you're playing the party, you will be you, it will be your name, etc. So that'll make it hopefully easier for you playing the party, and certainly easier for the mediator. We don't want those confusions to get in the way of the actual mediations. When you are playing the party, we've mentioned this before, but certainly don't make things too easy for the mediator. That won't help anybody. If parties get together and reach an agreement after 10 minutes, that won't be realistic, and also it won't give the mediator the chance to practice their new skills and demonstrate those skills, which is obviously very important over these 2 days. And the opposite is, don't make it absolutely impossible for them. It is important that we see people progress. So that nice balance of it's a difficult situation, it's a stressful situation. When people are separate, they're really not agreeing with each other. When they're joint, they're not necessarily agreeing with each other. It's about trying to bring them together and reach that mutual conclusion. So make it realistic and enjoy it as well. So, I've seen some great acting skills over the first 3 days, and they should continue. So still enjoy it, but as I say, don't make it too hard, don't make it too easy. The main thing that people will obviously be concerned about and that we're looking at is when you are actually the mediator, you will mediate a separate session and a joint session Each of those will be 2 hours. So 2 hours on the Thursday, which will be about talking to people separately. 2 hours on the Friday, which will be about bringing those two parties together. It will be the same scenario that you will be mediating. So it won't be a case that you'll do one case on a Thursday and a separate case on a Friday. It will be the same case. And where possible, we will also have the same people playing the same parties. I'm sure you can appreciate sometimes people change, sometimes people pull out, sometimes we might make a decision that some people are not working together as well as they might do. So it may change, but in general, we will try our very best to make sure that they are the same parties. But importantly, it really is that it is the same scenario that you're mediating. So that's a total of 4 hours mediation practice over the next 2 days that you will get. So that's a great opportunity to really hone your skills as a mediator. It isn't about the answer that you get. The assessment is not, have you reached an agreement, and what is the quality of that agreement? So as I said earlier, if you get people together and you've reached an agreement within 10, 15 minutes, that is not likely to be a successful outcome because that's not realistic. So a little bit like when we were at school and they used to say in maths, it's not about the answer, it's about the working out. It's pretty much the same in the assessment. You will get to a certain stage in the mediation, but it's about how you get there. That's what the assessment is about. So please don't think, oh my gosh, I've only got another 10 minutes and we've not reached an agreement yet. Don't let that panic you. It's about the process that you're following and the skills that you're demonstrating as a mediator. Just bear in mind, and we always, when I'm assessing, you are still learning. You've only had 3 days training so far. These will be days 4 and 5 of training, but pretty much practice. So, we don't expect you to be perfect mediators. I've been mediating for a long time. I'm not a perfect mediator. So please don't think that we're looking for perfection. We're looking at this stage, are your skills at the level that we would expect, so that eventually you can become a Civil Mediation Council accredited workplace mediator. So please don't worry if you're checking checklists or you need time to think, or you're using Charlotte for some coaching in between mediations, etc. Please don't worry about that. But we do obviously expect you to be at a certain level. So that's what we're looking for. I just mentioned Charlotte. Charlotte's been your trainer throughout the 3 days, and she continues to be your trainer for the final 2 days. But because there's very little training to do now, she is and will continue to be a coach. So please use Charlotte as a coach throughout the next 2 days. Try to use her as a coach between mediations, but where you are the mediator, if Charlotte is in the room with you and you feel you need to take a break just to ask Charlotte something for 5 minutes, then please do so. But please don't take all the assessment time talking to Charlotte, because that means that you won't be showing your mediation skills, etc. So we'll talk more about that on the preparation on the Thursday morning, but Charlotte is very much your trainer and coach. This funny looking guy, I'm the assessor. So please don't be offended if I'm not interacting with you in the mediations. Please pretend that I'm not there, because I will be there as an assessor. I'm purely observing how you're mediating and the skills that you're using, etc. So Charlotte, very much trainer and coach as she has been throughout the first 3 days, and as I say, I am the assessor for the next 2 days. We've talked about control, and Charlotte's very much focused on control in the training, how important it is that you control the situations, etc. Please keep that in mind throughout. You are the mediator, it's your process, so please do everything you need to do, from preparing for the mediation, to conducting the mediation, to separating parties where you need to, etc. It's your role. That's one of the key elements that we are looking for about how you control the process as a mediator. One thing you should be aware of for the assessments is that there will be a camera in each room. So as you are assessing for those 2 hours on the Thursday and 2 hours on the Friday, and as you're playing the roles of the parties as well, there will be a camera in the room. So please don't think that you're only being assessed when I'm in the room. I will be watching all of the footage for everybody. So even when I'm not in the room, then the assessments are still live. So please try it again, like I've said about trying to ignore me, try to ignore the cameras as well. Easier said than done, I realise, but it will just be a continuously rolling camera. I mentioned right at the start that we've attached a little PDF, a bit of guidance. Please have a read through that. It just gives a few practical steps, things to think about. I've mentioned a couple on this video, but there's a few more in this guidance that we've attached. So please take the time to have a read of that and ask Charlotte any questions about those. And if you've got any specific concerns, then please do talk to Charlotte. And we all know that the only silly question is the one that you don't ask. So please do take the opportunity to ask any questions of clarity, concerns that you might have. The final thing for me to say is best of luck. And as I say, happy mediating. Please try to take this opportunity, 4 hours of you practicing to be a mediator over the next 2 days, and lots of hours of you seeing other people mediate. That's really valuable time. So please take it for what it is. And as I say, best of luck with the next 2 days and with the assessment. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.